All right, guys, welcome back to the Guy Boston Sports second channel for a Thursday night football parlay build. If you're looking for our full breakdown on this game, it is posted on the main Guy Boston Sports channel. We go through this game from a side, total, any player prop perspective. Here on the second channel, we're doing a parlay build in this one. We got the Giants taking on the Eagles. If that all sounds good, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So we're over on Underdog for this. They have a 30% profit boost promo going on right now. We're going to apply that to this one. And the first thing that we're going to look at is Saquon Barkley to record a touchdown, whether it's rushing, whether it's receiving. I like Saquon to score here. Now, in terms of, why we like him, there's a few different reasons. I do think that he'll be pretty damn viable in this game from both a rushing and potentially receiving perspective. But I think that, overall, this is a spot in which, actually, if we just show this first, Jalen Hurts should be pressured a decent amount, right? You can see that's what the Giants do well defensively. Jalen Hurts' numbers do struggle against the blitz, struggle against the pressure. So when they do get into the red zone, I don't really see them putting the ball in Jalen's hands all that much. You know what I mean? So from a touchdown perspective, yeah, get us into the red zone. Saquon's obviously a beast. He's scored in all but one game so far this year. And, oh, that's right, he's going up against his old squad in which he did have a touchdown there. If you want to take a peek at his rushing yards or anything like that, I don't mind that either. 79.5 right now is where it's at. Over on Underdog, it's at 85.5, so yeah, that's a little bit of a premium. I like him to score a touchdown, and again, we get the 30% profit boost token applied. So play number one is Saquon to go out there and score. It's pretty simple, right? Best player on the field, go out there and get a touchdown against your old team in their house. The next spot I want to look at would be Theo Johnson. You could see here in his last couple games, let's pull him up over on the outlier screen. Theo Johnson, since Jackson Dart has taken over, right, it's clear that he might be one of the, favorite looks of Dart. So this season hasn't been all that great, but check out the targets in the last couple games, 5 and 7 with 6 catches last time out. Last time he played the Eagles, obviously nothing to show for there, a lot less involved in the offense, but I do like him from a receptions as well as a yard standpoint. So I think we're going to go with 3.5 here. We're going to take the higher for his receptions. Again, I do think that this is a spot in which we see him just be a little bit more involved in the offense. Now, from a matchup standpoint, if we use the Guy Boston Sports dashboard here, it is a very tough matchup. That's a little annoying. Eagles pretty good against tight ends so far this season, so sure, if this is one that you want to fade, if this is one that you don't necessarily like, I do get it, but again, with Jackson Dart, Darius Slayton, I believe, is doubtful to play now. It's going to be Wan'Dale Robinson and Theo Johnson, I would think, as the main looks in terms of what we're getting from a perspective of pass catching. So, yeah, it's what I'm liking in this one. And by the way, guys, if you do want to check out Underdog, you can sign up today. Use the QR code on your screen or just use the link down in the description as well as the pinned comment. Play $5, get $50 instantly in bonus funds. You're also going to get a Jalen Hurts free square here for his passing and rushing yards. I'm sure he'll have at least 1 yard either on the ground or through the air. So go ahead and check it out, guys. Again, link down below in the description as well as the pinned comment. Take advantage of it. Scan the QR code on your screen. Play $5, get $50, and you can also get that 30% boost that we have rolling right now as well. So go ahead and check out Underdog, guys. I'll say it again, link down below. Let's jump back in for the last 2 legs of this parlay. So a spot that I'm really big on this week would be A.J. Brown, not from a receiving yard standpoint, but I really do like his receptions at 4.5. He's already done that in 3 of his last 4 games. And what I really do like is the target share. He's getting a decent amount of targets. And like I mentioned, if we look at this, right, this is our Guy Boston Sports dashboard, which if you want access to this, GuyBostonSports.com, head to the members area, NFL dashboard. We see right here, right, that this is a Giants team that blitzes a ton. And A.J. Brown, not Antonio Brown, gets the bulk of the target share when Jalen Hurts is blitzed. It makes sense, right? Dallas Goedert maybe takes a little bit longer for some of his routes to develop. Devontae Smith, definitely a guy that takes some time for his routes to develop. So I do like the idea of A.J. Brown catching 5 balls in this spot. Also considered his fantasy points. Don't necessarily mind that whatsoever, but I don't think he hits his fantasy points without catching 5 balls because I could see them kind of drawing some plays up for him, getting him involved really quick and early and often, and some of those catches might go for like 2 yards, right? Especially against the blitz, some smoke screen passes, that type of thing. So A.J. Brown as play number 2 here in this, or play number 3, excuse me, in this spot. And then speaking of fantasy points, yes, Wan'Dale Robinson, I like the idea of him over 9.15 in terms of his fantasy score. Robinson should be, I guess we could say, going to be the only real viable wide receiver option for Jackson Dart, right? Yeah, obviously, we like Theo Johnson from the tight end position, but Darius Slayton's banged up. Obviously, no Malik Neighbors now. So we sit here and it's like, okay, well, we have Wan'Dale Robinson, right? 9.1 is pretty high in terms of what we're looking at from him on the year, right? I understand that. Last time he did hit the over, though, and this was last year against Philadelphia. And the biggest thing for me to note here would be, look at these last two wide receivers we've seen, right? Puka, Emeka Ibuku, they've done really well. And why is that? Well, if this Eagles team is going to be winning, Jackson Dart should have a little bit more, quantity in terms of him throwing the ball and everything like that, right? And especially from a target standpoint, like 5, 7. Now we might not have Slayton. Now we don't have Neighbors. I could see Wan'Dale Robinson getting 10 targets again, which, by the way, last time he got 10 targets, if we look at fantasy score, would you look at that? 24.2. Now, obviously, that's due to a touchdown. That's huge. If he scores a touchdown here, that's amazing, right? We don't need a touchdown. We just need him to get the volume and get the target. So I like the idea of 9.15 for his fantasy score here. If we head in and we say we throw $25 on this, a payout of $178.50. We want to use that boost though, correct? Boom, payout of $224.50. Absolutely love to see that, guys. That is going to be the parlay. Let's go ahead and toss this in. Hopefully boom, we're in. All right, so Saquon to record a touchdown. Theo Johnson, that might be the one that we have to sweat, right? 3.5 receptions. A.J. Brown, go get us 5 catches. And then Wan'Dale Robinson. This is such a volume play. 9.15 fantasy points, I do think is very doable. I think that, his receptions line is at like 5.5. So 6 catches for him would be 6 fantasy points on Underdog, right? So hopefully that is a little tell that we should be okay here, guys. But that is going to wrap it up for the parlay. If you like this parlay, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. What would you change? What would you fade? What are you taking? What aren't you taking? Go ahead and let me know. Again, if you do want access to this Guy Boston Sports NFL dashboard, head over to GuyBostonSports.com, right over to the members area, NFL dashboard there. Check it out. Absolutely, absolutely trust this tool. I mean, I built it, but I just love how much work we put into it, and I'm loving the advancements it's taken. You can even see here in terms of running schemes, this is very new. What types of runs do they run, and then how well is the opposing defense against those runs? Absolutely, absolutely a banger of a tool, guys. Check it out. And again, Underdog, link down below in the description, as well as the pinned comment. Catch you guys in the next one, right? Peace out.